guys, it's Holly here for PlayStation Access. Now I'm actually stood outside the theatre I have just come out of where we saw the Kingdom Hearts 3 presentation at D23, and unsurprisingly I am really excited. Now you've probably already seen the trailer, which was incredible. There was a whole bunch of stuff that you guys didn't see, and I'm going to do my very best to give you all of the new information. Point number one is unsurprisingly about the development, because everybody wants to know where the team are in development. Now, Nomura likes you to think of it as though things are split into 3 parts. Now, this is not saying the game has got 9 worlds, but imagine it's split into 3 parts, beginning, middle, and end. Let's say each one has 3 parts. Now, part 1 is about 90% complete. Part 2 is about 60 to 70% complete, and part 3 didn't even give us numbers, I'm afraid. However, Nomura has said that he's working on something incredible for that final world, something he has always wanted to do, even since his Final Fantasy days, which is very, very exciting to hear. Now, if it wasn't just enough that this is being made in the Osaka office, 100 people are actually helping out development from the Tokyo office, which means this team is huge. They've also mentioned that with development, that one whole new world is like one of the old games. That's how big these new worlds are going to be, and quite frankly, I can't wait to explore them. Now, when they're developing the game, these guys start with the storyboard, then they write the scripts, and then they do the animation, which is actually a little bit backwards for most game developers. They've also got a dedicated lighting team and a dedicated facial animation team. On top of that, this is the biggest ever background music team that Square has ever had. Just gives you some idea of the scope that these guys are working to. Now, we did actually see Rapunzel finally in the trailer. Now, the reason we didn't see Rapunzel up until now is because the team have actually found working with her long hair quite tricky. We finally saw the hair being used in battle, and they said there's lots of different ways this is going to be used. But we actually saw some of the development footage of how tricky it was to have the hair trailing behind her without it clipping through the environment or looking clumsy. Now it's done, they're ready to show it. On top of that, we saw the town from the Rapunzel film. Now, one thing I really want you to notice is how many people were in the town, because that has been a big thing with the new technology. Now that things are more powerful than before, the towns have absolutely come alive. It really felt like I was in the Disney movie. I just wanted to run around and talk to people. Now, we all know the gummy ships. Yes, we know it's back, but this time it's going to be split slightly differently. Think of it as split into 2 parts. There's going to be open world style exploration when you're flying around between the worlds, but also a battle phase. Now, when you switch into battle phase, this is where you'll take on enemies, of which there are more than ever before. They reckon there's going to be over 30 types of enemies. Now, if you're my age and maybe slightly older, I don't want to give my age away, you might remember the little Game & Watch? I know I certainly had one. Well, we actually saw a little mini game containing Sora as well that looked exactly like a Game & Watch. So, while I don't know where it is, how you access it, or what part it plays in the game, we did see it and it did look really exciting. Now, my final point is going to be about the Keyblades, because what is Kingdom Hearts without a Keyblade? We took a look behind the scenes at them developing the Monsters, Inc. Keyblade. They discussed how difficult it was to create something that felt so true to the world we knew. We saw like a storyboard of images that would help influence them. They said they made several designs, maybe took 1 or 2 final ones, and of course it was Tetsuya Nomura that signed off the final design that you'll be seeing in the game. And there you go, that is everything you didn't see at D23. Now, hopefully, even if you're a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, I have told you something you didn't know. And while we didn't quite get the release date, we did still see 2018, so fingers crossed we'll get something soon. In the meantime, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because there's loads more coming up from the world of PlayStation.